Today we have a 2008 Chevrolet HHR here in the shop. What we're seeing is speakers cutting in and out, going to static. And we've seen this quite often. This is very similar for the Chevy Silverado, the GMC Sierra, all in the non-Bose, just the regular audio system. We have this channel is in and out. We have both rear speakers out. We have the driver's doors working, and the tweeters up in the pillars are working both sides. One of the signs of a bad speaker is the tweeter will work on the side, but the door speaker doesn't. In many cases they're hooked together so that if one works, they both should, and if one's out, then it's obviously bad. But we're going to show you how to take the door panel off this car here, so we can get access to this and troubleshoot the no audio to make sure it is a bad speaker and not a bad stereo. We're going to start with our pry bar, and in the bottom of the handhold here is a little rubber insert that we're going to pry at. There's a little tab at the back of it that you can grab and pull up. Now we have two torque screws down here in this opening. We're going to need our torques in order to remove these screws. Alright, now that we have these two screws removed, we're going to remove the pocket insert as well. Pull the back edge of the pocket in, and it'll allow the clips on the sides to release, and we can pull this right up. Usually much easier than that. Now we have the pocket removed. We're going to go up to the handhold, and with our small flathead screwdriver, pry this little panel that's in here up. There is an opening for it. And then we have another torque screw here. I'm going to remove this screw as well. Check the door panel for any other clips and pins. And we have one clip here at the rear. We're going to go back to our small flathead screwdriver, and at this pin there's a dot in the center. We're going to push that center in about 1/8 of an inch, then remove the clip. Now this clip, the way this clip works is usually on the end of the door panel it's flush, and we're going to take that flathead screwdriver and push the center of this clip down, and it'll go down in. Now what this does is release the locks on the side of the clip. Now to reinstall this clip, we're going to push the pins back to about 1/8 of an inch out. Now this allows the clips to be able to pass through the opening. Once you get this back in the opening, you're going to push that center tab back down flush, and it will lock the pin back in place. Now that we have all the pins and clips, we're going to start by prying the front edge of the door panel away from the door. Right here at the bottom there is a spot you can start. These clips seem to be kind of tight, usually are in Chevrolet. Okay, now they're starting to release. Work our way up the back side. We're pulling on the panel at the same time. Back to the front, work our way up the front. Work all the way up to this front panel at the front of the door too. There we go. We got all the panels. We can pull the bottom of the panel away from the door and see they're all released. Lift it up and back away from the door. Here at the
front of the door panel is a connector. The trigger is down here underneath, and we're going to attempt to press that trigger underneath the connector here and force this into the connector so that we can release it. Looks like we're going to cheat a little bit here and lift the edge of the panel that holds the switch in place up. It's going to allow us to pop this entire control right out of the panel. Now that we've moved the door lock switch, the tricky part is the cable to release the cable. At the bottom of the cable is a little trigger, black trigger here, and what we're going to do is pull this back away from the connector, and as we pull this back it releases a little lock. At the same time it's allowing us to lift this whole cable assembly straight up. So pulling this lock down here towards the back of the door panel, this releases the latch to allow it to unlock, and as we do that we lift the handle up and it snaps right loose. This is going to allow us to remove the door panel. Now we're down to the speaker here, and we're going to need our 7mm. There's one bolt at the top of the speaker. And now with our pry bar we're going to pry at the top edge of the speaker. The top edge of the speaker will come loose. And a clip sort of holds it in place. Once it pulls back and releases, you can lift the speaker up. The bottom hinges into the bottom here. Now we have our bad speaker here, supposedly, which we're not 100% sure of yet. So we're going to turn the stereo on. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's nothing coming out of this speaker. So we're going to take a known working speaker and hook it right up to the contacts going into each side of that speaker that's in the vehicle. This will tell us if our wiring is good to this point, if the output's good. So I touch the connections, and we have static. So with this on, that means we are getting our audio here, which tells us the speaker is out. We have seen these speakers be intermittent, and come over to the shop, troubleshoot all these bad speakers, just to get a call later before replacing the speakers that they're all working. So these can be intermittent. Hope this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching. See our other videos on stereo removal and repair. You can find us at carstereohelp.com. Thank you for watching.